In today's video, we'll talk about how to build a sand filter for drinking water. And the main idea is basically like extremely simple. You can get away with almost spending nothing and build an industrial size water filter system. And the idea is like really simple and especially it works in like garden areas where you don't have the space, when you are like restricted, you have just like a half a meter, like a few inches here and there, and it works the best. So basically you excavate a hole, like you dig a hole with an excavator, and it's like 5 meter, 6 meter, 7 meter deep, let's say, or maybe even not that deep, and a few meters long. And what you do, like the second it's excavated, you put a pond liner in it. Like basically that's it. And afterwards you put a pipe with holes in it so it will gather all of the water in the lower part. You put rocks on it and then sand. So that's it. And on the top you will start to build a, let's say if you have the space, you build a greenhouse and you put reed. And what's happening actually? So if you have like the water that you don't like, that you want to clean, you let the water on the top of it and the reed will clean out most. The bacteria on the reed's root system will take care about the other part, and afterwards, when the water like will slowly go deeper and deeper and deeper in the sand, the bacteria will clean it up. So the main idea is you have the mechanical filter because that's the sand. You have the bacteria and you have the organic materials that are cleaned up, like the big portions of the more organic materials are cleaned up by the root system of the reed. And the reed is so efficient, basically they use it in big industrial filters. They plant reeds like crazy and they clean up the water. However, if I think we go deeper here, so we are not planting like a big reed field, because sometimes we don't have the space. If you are like living in the city, in the center, where space is scarce, then you go basically deeper. And if you live in a colder climate, I highly suggest that you build it in a greenhouse. So the reed will work basically year round. Or if you can do it, put the reeds near your house. Like, not in your house, like near it, like a meter, 2 meters away, like a few feet away. And the main idea is, if you build the greenhouse near your house in the winter time, that means in the night, when it gets colder, the reed wouldn't mind. So it will be hot in the daytime and it will be hot in the nighttime as well. And you will have a place that will clean up your water. And sure, if you put like oil in it and like chemicals, it won't help. But if you have like clean water, like clean I mean you have just like virus and bacteria and like dead cows, like sure I'm exaggerating here, it will do most of the job. And sure, when you set up the whole thing, it won't work extraordinarily efficient in the first weeks or months, but after a year or two it will start to work. And again, I'm speaking more about architecture in the standard. I will speak about more on the channel. I mostly will speak about architecture and engineering, so I'm not the biggest expert here. I'm just saying like it was mentioning this method in a, let's say, architectural standpoint, that building something like that near your house, it may have sense. And the other thing is basically you can use it like a water storage if you think about it, because okay, you dig the hole, you put the sand in it, you put the rocks in it, and you put the pipes, and not all of it, it's like here, so maybe half of it or like a third of it is like a space for water. So basically you can use it for water storage, and the water storage that's not rotting basically the water, like an above ground pool full of algae and mosquitoes and all of that. But that place actually will clean up your water. So again, I'm not an expert here with the chemistry part or like the biology part, but I read about it and I think, or at least that was my conclusion, and please like do your own research because you need it, or you ask like persons who are like really experts in that. But what I understood is that if you leave the water, like if you let the water, like the wastewater, like once, not twice or 3 times or like all the time, like you just let the wastewater once in a day on the above part, and you took out the old, like the clean water just once in a day, that means the bacteria will starve. So basically everything that goes down, they have to eat it to survive. And after a few months, like a year or two, they will be like highly efficient to kill like the harmful bacteria and to annihilate the viruses that you have there. And sure, you will have to boil the water and you have to do like another things, but it's like it will take out the bulk of the problem. And sure, you can combine with other things. It will be like one of the tools that you use to clean your water. And I'm curious about your opinions, and please share something like, what's the problem here, what's not the problem, what do you like about it, what you don't like about it, why it should work, why it shouldn't work, what we should put near it, and what we shouldn't put near it. That's like a bonus. So that was today's video, and I made another video about how to make an above storage pool, like a pool basically that stores above water, like huge quantities, and I will highly recommend you to see it. I think it wasn't like my last video, like the second last video or something like that. If you like the video, subscribe. I will talk about zero energy houses, passive houses, swimming pools, how to be at swimming pools, how to be at like storage places, and basically real estate related things, and the building it, like the architecture, the engineering. See you in the next video, hopefully. Bye bye.